Amos here. We're now continuing with the last part of the change orders, which is time extension calculator, in other words, delay claims. Let's press this button. Before I go there, we're going to move back and forth in here between this and the summary sheet because they're both connected. So bear with me, but right now we're getting to time extension calculator. Once you press this, you have two options, delay claim or overtime claim. Let's go to delay claim for now. Okay, so here's a sample of this project. Assuming that the project that we've priced the change order on is going to be delayed by 7 days. The whole project is going to be delayed by 7 days. Your contract amount is $900,000. The last invoice on the project is $100,000. You've invoiced it, you've not yet been paid. And of course, there's a holdback on the project. And the project is, the holdback is $90,000, 10% of your $900,000. All right. The next item in here is the projected profit. So I'm going to press on the explanation here and walk you through it. You see it's 20% in here, in this case in here. All right. So projected profit. Projected profit is the money you could potentially earn in net profit over a year. This project is used as a baseline for a length of a project and potential profit. For example, if you have a project that is 3 months long and it has a net profit of 20%, which is this one, then over a course of 365 days, you could do this project 4 times. In other words, you can do the same type of project 4 times a year. 12 months divided by 3 months long, 4 times a year. So the turnover is 4 times a year. Each time you would make 20% net profit. That's a profit that's on their project. So over the course of a year, you would earn 80% of net profit in total. Remember, it's compounded. In this example, you would enter 80% for projected profit. So we change these to 80%. Okay? Now, supervision costs. I want to go back to the summary sheet. And in this case, you already covered supervision. You wouldn't put anything for supervision costs in here. However, if you're a general contractor and you have supervision costs, you would go back to the summary, remove the supervision costs in here, remove the supervision costs in here, go back to the delay claim, and now enter your supervisor cost per day. Let's assume that your supervisor costs you $40 an hour, say $50 an hour times 8 hours. So that would be $320 daily rate. So $320 daily rate. You see in here, make sure supervision cost daily rate. So the total supervision cost is $2,240. So what we reverted from 50% markup on actual labor, we are actually putting the time that it takes for a general contractor supervisor or site supervisor to be there. All right, the equipment rental, if you have any equipment, so let's say you've got a generator rental or any other kind of a rental. For this intents and purposes, let's say a generator. Let's say $100 in generator costs. All right. And communication costs, your supervisor has a cell phone that the company is paying for, and it's a cost. Now we extended the project by 7 days. That means that, say, for example, if your cost per day for a cell phone is $20, it's $140. Now, because it's extended by 7 days, you need to know if you've got any subcontractors Then, of course, you'd want to ask them if there's any premium on because of the delay. Do they have any premium? And you enter this amount in here. In this case, there are no sub trades. We'll zero that out. Okay, we are back to overhead. And
So
it's calculated at 77.5%. That's carried over from the change order. You can change it here if you want to. But if you're locked in according to your general conditions, leave it at that. If you're not locked in, you can put whatever you want, 15% on your own work, 7% or 5% on sub-trades, 15% of your own work on your profit, and 5%, or say 10% on sub-trades. Okay? Again, that depends if you're not locked in. But if you're locked in, these are the numbers you have to use. Then, of course, everything in here is 0, 0, 0. So let's assume for all intents and purposes that you're locked in. All right, up to now, your costs are $2,765. Okay, now we've got the loss of income. Based on the projected profit, this is the money you could have earned on another project if your crew was out of here by now, but because it was delayed by 7 days, you lost $1,500 on other projects. So we have to take that into consideration. Now, holdback financing, you've got $90,000 financing in here that you need to finance. Now, what is it that you're paying at the bank? Typically, it's about 2% above prime. So assuming the prime is 5%, that would be the bank you're dealing with prime, not federal prime. So if your bank charges you 5% premium or prime plus 2%, that would be 7%. That's your total cost. That's your total cost for a delay claim.
hi, this is Dan. At the very top, we have arranged Isaac so that you can create a delay claim based on the change order that you filled out in the change order portion, or you can build a delay claim from scratch. Up at the top, there's a From Summary button. This is just taking all the information from the summary page and adding it to the delay claim. But if you didn't ever fill out the summary page because you're not calculating the change order, you're only calculating delay claim, I can click on this button and it will ask for the change order number. And so you would fill in manually the delay claim information. If I click on manual entry, it will go back to taking it from the summary page. And click on the words company info. And it will ask you to fill out your company name and address so it can add that to the delay claim when it prints a delay claim.
Okay, so the point that Dan is making is a valid point. This change delay claim can be done as a standalone in case you have to submit a delay claim at the end of a project and it's not subject to a change order, or it can be used to price a change order. Remember, am I right, Dan?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remembering that when I go back here, this is the original change order, but now we've gone to include a delay claim because the change order, pricing it alone is not good enough, remembering this is additional cost. That's up to here, up to this number, that was the actual change order. This is the added cost because of the delay. You can't walk away from it and you can't ignore it because it's a cost. You don't price it, you don't allow for it, it comes out of your bottom line. And if you're like me, I don't like anybody putting their hand in my pocket and touching my profits. So they would be coming out right out of your profits. And if you look at the profits on that project, what are we looking at? We're looking $800. If you price that change order and you didn't include that, not only will you eat your profit, but you're now $5,400 into the general profits from the company. All right, that is the one option. Now we're going to go back and price the overtime, so you've got options. But for now, this is it. We'll go back to the homepage.